الرحمن الرحيم. أعزائي طلبة وطالبات شهادة الثانوية العامة قسم رياضيات لغات، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. اليوم سنتطرق إلى مراجعة عامة الأولى في مادة الجبر and solid geometry. طبعا احنا عارفين مادة الجبر وهندسة فراغية مهمة جدا جدا، لأن هي إحدى الفروع الأربعة في مادة الرياضيات. هندسة فراغية مهمة جدا في 2 يونتس موجود عندي. الموجود الفيرست يونت الستريت ايكويشن أو الفيكتورز، second unit اللي هي equation of a straight line and equation of the plane, and very important, at least 10 questions in final exam. Welcome my dear student in our math program for secondary 3. Today we are taking general revision number 1 about algebra and solid geometry. My dear student, look at the first example. If the side length of a triangle are 1 over 2 factorial n, factorial n minus 2, factorial 2 minus n. Then the numerical value of area of a triangle, choose the correct answer. Root 3 over 4, root 3 over 2, root 3, 2. Before we choose the correct answer, my dear student, I advise you study and think after choose. What do you mean side lengths of triangle? You know, in any triangle, sum of two sides is more than third side. And we know also there is no side equals 0. The side lengths more than 0. If we choose n equals 2, the sides became 1 over 2 factorial 2. Factorial 2 equals what? 2. 1 over 2 times 2, 1. Factorial n minus 2 equal factorial 0. Factorial 0 equals 1. Also, factorial 2 minus n equal factorial 0 equals 1. We know that n minus 2 more than or equals 0. And also, any factorial 2 minus n, factorial 2 minus n more than or equal 0. Therefore, we deduce that 2 minus n more than or equal 0. Therefore, in this case, n equals 2. Three sides became 1, 1, 1. This an equilateral triangle. What is the area? Yes, area of equilateral triangle have AB sine 60 or have AC sine 60 or have BC sine 60. Therefore, area of a triangle 1 over 2 times 1 sine 60 equals root 3 over 4. Don't forget, my dear student, area of triangle in this case have side times sine included angle. In this triangle is called equilateral. Why? Because three sides are equal. Then measure of each angle equals 60 degrees. Therefore, area equals root 3 over 4. Choose the correct answer, or the correct answer, root 3 over 4. Another one. If L and M are coefficient of x power n, n expansion, bracket contains 1 plus x for all power 2n and 1 plus x for all power 2n minus 1. Then, choose the correct answer. What is the relation between L and M? Is L equals M, or M equals to L, or L equals to M, or L plus M equals 0? Remember, my dear student, we have L, coefficient of x power n in expansion 1 plus x for all power 2n, and M, also coefficient of x power n in expansion 1 plus x for all 2n minus 1. At the first, when divided L over M, and we bought 2n Cn, this coefficient of L, over 2n minus 1 Cn coefficient of n, this rule equals 2. Then L over M equals 2 by cross multiplication equals L equals 2M. Another one. Z equals cosine theta plus I sine theta. What is the Z? This is called complex number. Then Z power n plus 1 over Z power n equals, choose the correct answer, 2i sine n theta. Number 2, 2i cosine n theta. Number 3, 2 cosine n theta. Number 4, 2n cosine n theta. 2 power n cosine n theta. My dear student, we know that Z power n plus 1 over Z power n equals Z plus 1 over Z for all power n. Look at, by substitution, the answer is 2 cosine n theta. Question number 4. An expansion of ax plus 1 over bx for all power 10 according descending power of x. If the term free of x equals the coefficient of 7th term, then choose the correct answer. What is the relation between a and b? ab equals 6 over 5, ab 5 over 6, ab 36 over 25, or ab 25 over 36. Remember, my dear student, we have expansion ax plus 1 over bx for all power 10. What is the meaning? Term free of x. Yes. Term free of x means x power 0. Or what is the term which has no x? In this case, my dear student, term equals 10 CR, second term 1 over bx power r, multiply first term ax power 10 minus r. After that, we put free term of x equals coefficient of T7. T7, 10 C6, second term power 6, first term power 4. And we find the relation between A and B. Look at, my dear student, in this case, after we put term free of x and 7th term, after that, by using cross multiplication, we deduce that A times B equal 5 over 6. The correct answer, number 2. Look at, my dear student, if we have expansion 1 plus kx for all power n equals 1 plus 24x plus 252x squared and so on. Then, what is the value of k and n? K equals 3, n equals 8, k equals 2, n equals 6, k equals 3, n equals 6, k equals 3, n equals 5. Remember, my dear student, we have bracket power n, expansion 1 power n. In this case, binomial theorem, nc 1, second x, kx power 1, 1 power n minus 1, plus kx for all power 2, and nc2, kx for all power 2, and kx for all power 3, and so on. In this case, look at the first 3 terms. First term is 1, second term 24x. Second term 24x must be equals what? X power 2, x, k power 2, x power 2. And third term x power x kx power 3 equals 252 x power 2. In this case, the correct answer k equals 3, n equals 8. Look at another example. If absolute z equals 10, then what is the product of z times z bar or conjugate? You know that, my dear student, if we have z and multiply its conjugate, choose correct answer, 100, 200, 10, or 20. We let z equals x plus yi, or this complex cosine theta plus I sine theta. In this case, we suppose z equals x plus yi. What is the conjugate? Yes, z bar equal x minus yi. Remember, conjugate of. Now we are translate to another example. An expansion 1 plus mx for all power n according to descending power of x. If we have 4 t6 equals 7 t8 and t4 over t6 equal 1 over 4. When x equals 1, find the value of m and n. My dear student, we have two relations. The first relation, 4t6 equals 7t8. Second relation, t4 over t6 equal 1 over 4. My dear student, instead we take t6 equals nc5 second term power 5 first term power n minus 5. We have a rule. We divided each term by t7. 4t6 over t7 equals 7t8 over t7. And we use the rule when find the relation between two consecutive terms, t7 over t6 equals n minus 7 plus 1 over 7 over multiply second term over first term. Look at, my dear student, we divided t8 over t6 equals the same t8 over t7 times t7 over t6. In this rule, when find the relation between t8 over t7, this rule, n minus 7 plus 1 over 7 multiply second term over first term, mx over 1. This rule, t8 over t7 equals n minus the smallest order plus 1 over same order, 7. Multiply second term over first term. t7 over t6 equals what? n minus 6 plus 1 over 6 times mx over 1. Then the first fraction, n minus 6 over 7. Second fraction, n minus 5 over 6. mx for all power 2 equal 4 over 7. Then, my dear student, this equation number 1, n minus 6 multiply n minus 5, m squared x squared equals 24. After that, we translate to another relation, t6 over t4. We multiply t5 up and down because t6 over t5 equals n minus 5 plus 1 over 5 multiply mx over 1. By the same method, t5 over t4, n minus 4 plus 1 over 4 times mx over 1. Therefore, we deduce that n minus 4, this from given equal 4, n minus 4 times n minus 3 m square x square equals 80. Look at, my dear student, equation 1, equation 2. We have 2 unknown or 3 unknown, n, m, x. By division, we simplify equation 1 and equation 2. N minus 6 multiply n minus 5 over n minus 4 multiply n minus 3 equals 24 over 80 equals 3 over 10. By using cross multiplication, we deduce that 7n squared minus 89n plus 264 equals 0 by using calculator or factorization. N equals 8. In this case, n equals 8. After that, from equation 1, when x equals 1, then we deduce that m squared equals 4, m equals positive or negative n. M equals positive or negative n. Look at, my dear student, if we have complex number in algebraic form, z equals 16 over 1 minus root 3i. In trigonometric form, then find its square root in exponential form. My dear student, we have 3 forms in complex number: algebraic form, trigonometric form, exponential form. If we have z equals r multiply cosine theta plus I sine theta, or x plus yi, or re power theta I. We have 3 forms of complex number. Don't forget, complex number z equal x plus iy. In this case, z equals 16 over 1 minus root 3i. By using conjugate or by using calculator to find z in simplest form. By using calculator, multiply numerator and denominator up and down by 1 plus root 3i, or conjugate of denominator 1 minus root 3i, it's a conjugate 1 plus 3 root 3i. By conjugate, multiply conjugate up and down, z became 4 plus 4 root 3i. Don't forget, my dear student, 4 represent x, 4 root 3 represent y. Then z equals 8 multiply, bracket contains cosine 60 plus I sine 60. Why? Because in this case, r equals what? R or modulus equals square root x square plus y square. What is the x? 4. What is the y? 4 root 3. Then r equals square root x square plus y square, 4 square plus 4 root 3 square under square root. Answer is 8. After that, what is the angle theta? Shift 10 or 10 power negative 1 y over x. 4 root 3 over 4. Shift 10, 4 root 3 over 4 by using calculator, or shift 10 root 3 equals 60. Then z equals 8 multiply, bracket contains cosine theta plus I sine theta. Don't forget, r is 8. X cosine theta, y sine 60 or sine theta. Square root z. Square root z equals square root 8, 2 root 2. Multiply cosine 60 plus 2 n by or r by over 2 plus I sine 60 plus 2 by r over 2. We put r equals 0, r equals 1. When r equals 0, z1 became 2 root 2 e power by over 6i. Z2 when r equals 1, 2 root 2 e power negative 5 pi over 6i. This is the form, exponential form. Exponential form, z equals r e power theta I. Theta I, theta in radian, pi over 6. Pi over 6. Don't forget, my dear student, we have three forms in complex number: algebraic form, trigonometric form, exponential form. In this case, we find two forms. Z equals 8 cosine 60 plus I sine 60 is called trigonometric form. Has sine cosine. And r equals 8. R equals 8. X equals cosine 60. And y equals sine 60. Don't forget, cosine 60 equal 1 over 2. Also sine 60 root 3 over 2. After that, we find square root complex number z by using or by taking root over 8 equals 2 root 2. And we put cosine 60 plus 2 by r over 2 and sine 60 plus 2 by r over 2. Then we have two roots, z1 when r equals 0, z2 when r equals 1. We reduce two complex number, z1 in exponential form, 2 root 2 e power pi over 6i, and z2 2 root 2 e power negative 5 pi over 6i. Now we are translate to important example. If we have determined x plus 2 first row yz, second row x y plus 2 z, third row x y z plus 2 equals negative 4. This is the value of determinant. Find the value of x plus y plus z. This example very important. If we have determinant has value negative 4. Look at if we add C1 plus C2 plus C3. We add C1 column 1 or elements in column 1 and elements in column 2 and in column 3. We deduce that the first column x plus y plus z equals 2. Second or first row, first column are same. By subtraction, R1 from R2 and R1 from R3. We deduce that this determinant. We have zeros triangle. What is the value of determinant left hand side? Yes, excellent student. Product of principal diagonal equal negative 4. 2 times 2, 4, multiply x plus y plus z plus 2 inside bracket. Look at 2 times 2, 4, multiply, bracket contains x plus y plus z plus 2 equals negative 4. We divided each term by 4, then x plus y plus z equals negative 1 minus 2 equal negative 3. As the first divided by 4, left hand side became x plus y plus z plus 2 equal negative 1, and the final answer x plus y plus z negative 1 minus 2 equal negative 3. This is the value of x plus y plus z. My dear student, by the end of this revision, I am very happy to spend such time with you. Thank you. Goodbye.